few weeks ago, Kiki and I gave one of the walls in our hallway a makeover. We took away the really ugly wallpaper and turned it into a gallery wall for her, just for the art that she produces. It's really nice and a cute little way of showcasing what she makes. And I set myself a challenge. I only want to use products I already had in the house for the wall, but also for the frames I was going to make to display her art. But when I sat down to edit this video, I realized there is no audio. I haven't got a clue what went wrong. There's literally no sound. So I will try and do a little voiceover. This might become a bit of a joke, but you might be in for a giggle. I'll try my best. So let's have a look at how we turned one of our really ugly walls into a very cute gallery wall. Okay, let's try this voiceover. Are you there, Kiki?
Yeah!
Okay, so this is the wall behind me we're gonna make over. It's a very ugly wallpaper. We did stick some of Kiki's artwork up to make it look nicer, but now it's time for a proper makeover. So what are we gonna do first?
Rip off the wallpaper.
We're gonna rip off the wallpaper. As you can see now, the wall is clean. We're gonna take the wallpaper off. It's peeling a little bit already here, so what I'm gonna try is peel off as much as we can fast. And now we've ripped off all the wallpaper we could by hand. We are gonna do the rest with a sponge and a little scraper. And the dog came to help too. And I'm using a small container with lukewarm water. And you work in small sections. You simply wet the wallpaper with your sponge. Then when it's soaked through, you use your scraper to go underneath it and then you can just peel it off. This is such an easy way of getting wallpaper off, especially when you don't have a steamer. And with all the wallpaper gone, I let the wall dry out for a few hours and it was time to paint. And like I said, I just want to use what I already have. And in the garage I found this Zinsser paint. It's an interior paint and it's a beautiful white, but I don't have much left. So let's see how far this goes. It is a really old paint, it's quite thick. Maybe I should have used a roller, but yeah, it's working, so I'll just continue. Yeah, I didn't continue for long because the paint ran out, but I found this Wilko interior paint also in white, so I'm just gonna continue the rest of the wall with the Wilko paint. That's the first coat done. Let's come back tomorrow for the second coat. Good morning guys, there's plenty left in my painting, so let's continue with the second coat. Little assistant, where have you gone?
Jumping on the sofa. Whee!
With the second coat of paint on the wall and drying, let's continue making a template because this wall is going to have a scalloped edge. For this you're going to use a piece of cardboard and a plate you like the size of. Put your plate on your cardboard and half the plate you're going to trace onto your bit of card. You're gonna cut this out and this will be a template you can trace onto the wall, making very easy scalloped edging. You're gonna line up your template to the edge of the wall and with a pencil trace the template onto your wall. Then for the second piece you're just gonna line it up again and keep going until you have the whole edge of your wall done. And with all my pencil marks on the wall, it's time to paint. And like I said before, I only want to use paints I already had. So for this, I'm using a paint I used for the makeover in the upstairs bedroom. And that is the Tobacconist from Coats. This is a really beautiful dark olive green. And like you can see, I slowly follow the lines with my brush. Slow is always easier because then you get a much neater line. Then you fill it in and you continue doing this until you painted all your scallops. Some of them you might need a second coat, but for most of it the first coat covered quite well. And with the paint drying, let's move on to the frames. And for this, once again, I'm only using materials I already have. Kiki's gonna help because she's using some of our extra large iron beads to make a circular frame. And we're using some leftover bit of tissue paper and cardboard to make a cute little square frame. had a good rummage around the house to look for materials to make these art frames, and I think I found some good pieces. And of course we have the two that Kiki already made, the circular one from the hammer beads and the square one made from paper. But I got this frame that I found. I think it's from a canvas they used to paint on. I think we can use that. Some wooden pegs. I also found these cork boards I bought for crafts I never made. Then I have this bottom of a basket that could be useful. Some placemats, a random bit of lino, a little basket, and also some offcuts of timber that could be useful. So let's see if we can make this into some cute frames. And let's start with the easy one. Let's make a little pin board. I got these cork plates. I think it's a trivet. It's from IKEA. It's what you use to put your hot pans on. Then you need a D-ring. It's like a little hanger. You simply screw onto the back, and that's it. Because in the front you're going to use a pin to pin your art in place. Yeah, this is a slightly more random one. This is the bottom of a basket. The basket fell apart, but I thought maybe the bottom could be useful. Just going to tidy up the edges so they're not as sharp. Just going to cut these off with my scissor. And then to neaten it, I'm going to use some washi tape. This is a washi tape I got at Hema. It's one with cute little nijntjes or Miffy figures on, but you can use any paper tape that you have. Just simply fold this over the edges just to give it a neater look. Then to hang your art on, I'm gonna use some of these bulldog clips. Kiki made this cute little hand puppet at school and I really want to display that too. And then I saw this little basket tray thing. I thought, wouldn't that be cute? All I need to do is have something that the hand puppet can stand on. So I got these wooden craft sticks. I'm gonna glue that to the edge and that should do. Just a bit of hot glue, careful not to burn your hands. And stick it to the rattan and that should be it. I'm just gonna do 2 sticks just in case she makes a second hand puppet as well. And then I'm gonna hot glue a D-ring to the back so I can hang the basket. Another random workshop found is this bit of wood. It belonged to an IKEA table lamp I had. I had 3 of these. I really like the shape, so I kept the wood and I thought with a few bulldog clips screwed to the timber it will be a really nice picture hanger. Of course I went to the garden for some materials as well and using this twig. If you don't have a twig, of course you can use some wooden dowels. First we're gonna take off the bark and then we use a little peg to hang our art. With a knife I'm just taking the bark off because timber would last way longer without the bark. And then with a bit of twine, which one should I use? I think I'm going for the blue spaghetti yarn. You simply do 2 small knots to both sides of your twig and then hot glue a peg to the middle. Woven placemat is great too with a peg glued to the middle and a little D-ring glued to the back. Let's come back to Kiki's cute little iron bead circle. It needs a back, so with a bit of cardboard, I'm gonna trace the shape onto the cardboard. You're gonna cut it out and glue to the back, and you can paint the inside as well if you like. And that's all my frames done. Frames made from materials I already had in the house. And of course you can use some more washi tape as well to hang your art from on the wall. And I got this really cute one from Hema with all the nijntje figurines on it. To hang the frames from my wall, I don't want to drill holes, I'm just going to use mounting tape. I'm using mounting tape from Gorilla. I really love this stuff. It's super strong and it's holding up the frames really well because I actually done this craft a couple of months ago now and nothing has fallen down. Just put the mounting tape on the back of your shapes and then stick it onto the wall. For the frames with D-rings, I use these self-adhesive hooks. Just a joggy memory, there was the wall before and after, the gallery wall made with frames from materials I already had in the house. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Have a look at all the other videos I have here on the Handmade Home channel, and I promise normally audio does work. I do little makes with my daughter, I do bigger builds like a bed or tables, and also a lot of projects for the garden. So subscribe not to miss out on any of my future videos, and I really hope to see you back again soon.